thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to share my updated Hermes homeware collection. If you watched my updated Hermes collection video, you will have noticed that I actually forgot to include all of these items in my updated collection video. So as embarrassing as that is, I am coming back with I guess part 2 so that I can share all of the Hermes homeware pieces. So I'm going to jump right into it. The first piece that I will feature is, of course, my blanket that's featured on my sofa in pretty much every video. This is the Hermes Avalon blanket. It came out in a special like tricolor edition. That's why you see the gray, white, and beige all together. If I can find the specific style code and everything, then I will add it in the description box down below. But I did get this in 2019. So while the Avalon blanket is a staple, is a classic that they come out with every year, sometimes they will do variations of it year to year, and it might be difficult to find the same exact one. But this is very, very similar to the classic Avalon blanket style. I feel like I mentioned in a previous video before also like how much I actually really love this blanket. It's just super cozy. Very, very cozy. It's not overly linty either, as you may fear, because it is a cashmere piece. I love having this in my home. It's just really beautiful, not only over the couch, but it's really beautiful when you use it, when you like open it up and lay underneath it. Because it has a little bit of weight to it, it feels like you're sort of in this embrace. It feels like almost like a weighted blanket envelopes you in this like warmth and comfort. It's just a really nice feeling, honestly. So if I lived in a bigger space, I would get more than one, because then there might be more than one sofa or more than one bed to decorate. But I don't currently live in that kind of space, so I'm happy with the one that I have. But you know, there might be another one that comes in the future. The other homeware piece that I have is this circle box. I think that's the name for this piece. It is technically from like the children's wear section, and it is in the pink colorway of the circus print. It's just a little trinket box where there's a cute lid and you can see the inside. You can throw things in there. So I have this on my desk actually, and inside it just holds like SD cards and USB drives and things like that, like little electronic-y kind of things that I feel like will get lost if I don't put them in the same spot. So that's what's in here. But I can imagine you can use this for a ton of stuff. Like it could probably hold your jewelry, it could hold like your hair ties and bobby pins, things like that. But also it could hold like paper clips and those kinds of stationery items. So the possibilities are really endless with this piece. I love having it on my desk. It's one of those things that just every time I look over, it just gives me a little bit of joy. So this is the other like general homeware piece that I have in my collection. And the rest of the items that I have are actually tableware pieces, and I use all of these pieces to eat and drink day to day. I'll start off with my circus plate. This is also from that same like children's line of tableware and accessories, I guess. And this is a porcelain plate that has the really cute circus illustration on there, and it's again in that pink colorway. I think it also comes in a blue colorway. I like to use this as a pretty standard plate, if that makes sense, but I do like using it for dessert as well, or sometimes I'll put like a collection of fruits on there. It's like a pretty versatile size for me, at least, and for like my eating needs. So I use this pretty much for anything, waffles, even like avocado toast. Like it's a really good size for a lot of foods, a lot of like main foods, because it's not quite like a side plate size, but it's also not a massive dinner plate size. So this is actually really, really handy. It's also just cute. It's a pop of color. It's a bit different from a lot of the other tableware that I normally have. The next item is the only, I think this is crystalware, technically. It's a tumbler. I think my boyfriend gifted both of these to me at around the same time, and I've been using them pretty much nonstop ever since. This tumbler is sort of my designated drink cup, and of course there could be alcoholic beverages in here and non-alcoholic beverages, so I do like using it for both. It has a really nice weight to it. It just elevates any sort of drinking experience, to be honest. So this cup is also really nice. One of my absolute favorite pieces from my collection is this Passiflora tray. It is from the Passiflora collection, of course, and it's not that massive, but I love using this for dessert. I like it because it's not the most typical kind of round shape of a dessert plate. It's also not square, so I just like that it's slightly different, and it's actually the perfect size to put like a slice of cake, if not two, on there, and I use it a ton, like a ton. I imagine and I think there are people who use this as like a trinket tray as well, so on your bedside table to put like your watch, your rings, and things like that. I think this is a really great size to do that too, so that's totally up to you guys for what you need to use it for, but I use it for eating pretty much. The other item from the Passiflora collection are actually the cereal bowls. You might remember me hauling these earlier this year, but I got them specifically because of the shape of the bowl. So it's a pretty like wide circle here. It's not too tall where it pinches more narrow towards the bottom. It stays pretty wide all the way across, and I feel like this is a perfect shape if you're going to be eating things, I mean cereal, sure, but things with rice. So if you, let's say, are having curry, you can put your rice and your curry in the same bowl. I also love using these for stir fry. We make a lot of stir fry and eat a lot of stir fry, and this is pretty perfect for housing all the vegetables and meat that are in that stir fry. So I love these bowls. I love the shape of these bowls. I think if I can find more cereal bowls, then I will be getting more cereal bowls because I love these so much. If you follow me on Instagram and you see my stories, you probably know how much I use these because you'll see them a lot because I use them a lot for a lot of the meals that I will be eating. I really find them to be like the perfect size bowl. And the next piece in my collection is actually this tea cup and saucer set. This is from the A Walk in a Garden collection. So you'll see it's the really fun print with contrasting colors. I got the one in green. Originally, I think I was gonna get the one that was in yellow, but when I saw this one in person, I actually really liked this colorway, so I picked this one up instead. I'm more of a tea drinker than a coffee drinker at home, so that's why I picked the coffee. That's why I picked the teacup set, and I love it. It actually works out if you want to just put your tea in the cup and use this for if you're having like a biscuit or something. It is nice to have them to be able to use the saucer for that, but otherwise I will use it as a set like this, and it's just really nice to have like a moment where you're able to drink your tea in a beautiful vessel and just enjoy that moment before getting back into your like crazy day. And last but not least is this espresso cup and saucer. This is more for my boyfriend because he's the coffee drinker. This is from the H Deco collection, and it's in the black colorway, as you can see. We just like to have our little moment where we're able to enjoy our drink and then get back to the crazy of our day. We just like to take that moment to sort of pause and recharge. So we love using these vessels for that. All of these tableware items are hand wash, so we will hand wash them after we use them. We don't throw them in the dishwasher, in case anybody's wondering. And I do think in general that helps prolong the longevity of your pieces. outside of that, I haven't found any issues with eating or drinking from any of them. They work as expected, and they're pretty resilient, I would say. So I really enjoy using all of these in my day-to-day life. I don't save them for special occasions because every day is a special occasion when you're still alive, right? So we like to just use these on a day-to-day, and we thoroughly enjoy doing so. I do have my eye on a few other pieces. Like I said, anytime I can find more cereal bowls, I definitely will jump on that. But I'll probably continue to pick up pieces here and there across the different collections. I'm also not obsessed with like finishing one entire collection, you know, like the Passiflora collection or Walk in the Garden. Like, I'm not that fixated on doing that. I like having a mix of just all the different pieces that I like. And on a day-to-day basis, I also mix these with the other kind of plateware we have at home. And it doesn't bother me that they're not all the same. So I think that's everything. If you have any homeware pieces that you highly recommend that I don't have, please let me know. Leave them in the comments down below. I would love to know what I need to add on my wish list, basically. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them down below or head on over to Instagram, and I'd be happy to help however I can. If you liked this video and you found it helpful, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate all of your feedback and support. If you like this kind of content and you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I post new fashion-related videos every Sunday and Wednesday. So until next time,